also the only safe refuge the Zandalari trolls have in this region. They're being attacked not just from outside their borders, but from within. This will also be the capital of the Horde in this expansion as they try to keep this empire from falling apart. Now, when we first arrive at Zuldazar, we will meet King Rastakhan and his daughter, the mighty Princess Talanji. And with Talanji, we will explore and investigate a potential uprising from within Capital City. And if that weren't bad enough, Blood Troll invaders from the north, from the swamps of Nazmir, are hammering the borders of Zuldazar, making things really hard for the Zandalari. Let's take a look at a video of Zuldazar. Epic. Videos are nice, but they don't even do the actual zone justice. Once you get in there, it's amazing. Okay, on to one of my favorite zones, Nazmir. Now, before the Cataclysm, Nazmir was a lush forest. But when Deathwing broke the world, he shook something loose, and Nazmir started sinking into the sea. Today, it's a wretched, festering swamp, which turns out is the perfect environment for blood trolls to thrive in. The same blood trolls attacking Zuldazar today. Now, to defeat these blood trolls, we are going to need to enlist the aid of powerful Loa. Now, for those of you that don't know, Loa are basically gods to the trolls. Up there we've got one Samdi, who some of you may know, and Kragwa, the frog Loa, who you'll definitely want to know if you want that sweet frog mount. I know you do. I know you do. Now, as we're digging through the muck in Nazmir, we will uncover ancient Titan secrets in a Titan facility. And inside that facility, there might hold the key to destroying all life on Azeroth, which clearly we do not want. And I hope the Alliance is paying attention here. There are things you're going to need to do as well. And you know what's awesome? Nazmir is playable today on the show floor. So, how'd that get in there? Chris Metzen, good Lord. So, let's take a look at a video of Nazmir. Yeah. All right, last up for Zandalar, we've got the Desert of Vol'dun. Would you believe that Vol'dun was once a vibrant jungle? You probably believe that. It's totally plausible. But all of that changed when the Akir, this mighty, savage group of old god minions, attacked this region thousands of years ago, leaving nothing but desert and ruin in their wake. So, what do the Zandalari do with an uninhabitable desert? Well, they use it to basically send off their criminals to. And most of them die. Most of them. Now, as... Yes, indeed. As they're even cuter in person. As we explore Vol'dun, we will come across a native race of fox people known as the Volpera, who I know we will be compelled to help because of just how cute and cuddly they are. Just want to eat them up. And Vol'dun's got its share of baddies as well, like these snake men, the Sethrak, who will make sure that your stay here is unpleasant. Let's take a look at a video of Vol'dun. All right. And that was Zandalar. Before I hand off to Ian, I want to take a minute to talk about character stories. In Legion, we did the character story for Illidan, and we really liked how that turned out across the patches. And which, by the way, it's not quite done yet. It'll get there pretty soon. So, for Battle for Azeroth, we want to do a lot more of that. We want to involve more characters. So we want to follow the lives of Anduin, the Lion of Stormwind, and Sylvanas as they lead their people through this war. And of course, we're going to adventure with Jaina as she goes to her homeland, Kul Tiras. We'll find out where she's been, because I know you're all asking. Where she is at today, and most importantly, where she's going. What about Thrall? Where is the orc that founded this new horde? What's his place in all of this? And lastly, we're not going to go to the cradle of troll civilization without exploring the story of our favorite troll, Vol'jin. Thank you, everyone. You've been an amazing audience. Ian's up next.
We told you we'd get back to Vol'jin. Thank you, Alex. Okay, so you have just heard all about the world that you're going to be exploring. Let me start talking a bit about how you're going to be exploring it. So just some of the basics first. So as Alex mentioned, we have 6 zones spanning 2 continents. 3 on Kul Tiras, 3 on Zandalar. And because of the nature of the story here, the way you're going to level up, Alliance players will head off to Tiragard initially, Horde players will head off to Zuldazar, and you will level to 120, primarily in your own faction's continent, as you learn to understand their problems and solve those problems. We're still going to have the scaling zone tech we had in Legion, so you can pick which of the 3 zones you want to start in, which problem you want to solve first, play your way through those content as you prefer. Now, at max level, the entire world will open up to you, effectively doubling the amount of outdoor space that you'll be actively engaged in when you are 120. Now, it might be easy to lose track as you are dealing with the problems of the Kul Tirans and of the Zandalari. It might be easy to lose track of the larger conflict in which Azeroth as a whole is embroiled. And so just as we had the Garrison campaign in Warlords and the Class Order campaign in Legion, we have 2 epic Alliance and Horde war campaign arcs that will weave their way throughout the level up experience and beyond, anchoring you in the larger war consuming the world, as well as beginning to lead you to the opposite faction's lands. So you'll start to build up some outposts in Kultiris as a Horde player. You'll start to build up some outposts in Zandalar as an Alliance player that will set the stage for the eventual 120 experience when it all opens up. Now, at max level, there will be world quests, there will be emissaries. We're very happy with how this has played out in Legion. We want to continue to build upon it, refine it, learn from what's worked, what hasn't, but that structure is here to stay. Now, let's start talking a little bit about features. So, allied races. So, as we've heard, the lines of battle here have been drawn. It's hard to remain neutral in Azeroth going forward. Alliance and Horde are looking for all the help they can get. And part of what that means is seeking out potential allies, turning to friends that we've been through great hardship together, and to these allies, see what other problems they have, see if they will join the Alliance, see if they will join the Horde, playing through custom quest content that tells the story of how Thalyssra and the Nightborn come to join the Horde, or how Ilaria and the crack elite squad of elves that she has trained to harness the power of the Void come to make their home in the Alliance.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are going to pop out of that WoW panel. However, this is the new All Access channel.
The new.
If you would like to continue watching the World of Warcraft What's Next panel, you can find it under the Live tab in the watch box just to the right of this window.
I think it's like right here. I'll like this. And if you guys want to get a first-hand look at what it's like to play the new WoW expansion, you can actually check out gameplay videos on BlizzCon.com/watch.
All right, Michelle. There's a lot of good stuff in that. We finally got to see the new Alliance zone.
Yes.
We got to see the new Horde zone.
Yes.
It looks like there's going to be 3 separate areas for you to progress, but they took the cue from, I can't remember what was the first expansion to do it. It might have been Legion, where you can choose the order in which you want to attack that plant, that
I
new
believe
area.
that was Mists that may have done that.
It might have been, but I love that.
Yeah, I do too. I was always a big proponent of leveling, being able to choose what zone you get to go to and have that scale level up. I also like the fact that that there's different areas, different continents.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like an old Kalimdor Eastern Kingdom sort of feel.
Honestly, they
like
really,
a smaller feel of that.
really have brought back that sort of Alliance side, Horde side, and in that same way, as it sounds, what's going to happen is you're going to level, and if you're an Alliance, you have your 3 Alliance zones on your Alliance continent, right? Microcontinent, I don't know what they're calling it. Anyway, but after you get to level 120, once you reach max level, quests open up on the other island, on the other continent. So you'll actually be able to, because I was thinking about that, where I was like, well, I know I'm going to level my Alliance character. What up? That's what I'm saying, yeah. And then I was like, but there's going to be so much stuff, I'm going to have to go back, but now I'll be able to experience some of that
You can do
stuff.
all of it. Yeah, that's what's kind of cool. The other thing, last thing I want to know about that panel, and I can't wait to get more info, is Zul'jin in that urn?
Yes,
Can we
Zul'jin
talk
in the
about
urn?
the urn? What is going to happen with that urn? I am going to ask Ian when he comes to the desk a little bit later. But right now we're going to take a look at what's been happening at the Legendary stage. Here's StarCraft 2, What's Next?
Welcome to the StarCraft 2 What's Next panel.
Ladies and gentlemen, BlizzCon, how are you? Ah, yes, you're doing woo, as all crowds always are. Welcome to StarCraft 2 Beyond the Void, which is a very fancy way of saying StarCraft 2 What's Next. Here to talk about it are the absolute best human beings you will ever meet on the planet Earth. The members of the StarCraft 2 team. We have Christopher Reed, the lead UI designer who goes by Crash. Oh, yes. We have David Sum, the lead co-op designer. We have Michael Scipione, who is David Kim 2.0, the Versus designer, yes. Now, if any of you have any issues with balance at all, please come to Michael all weekend long. You'll be thrilled to hear your thoughts on how to fix the units. We also have the lead writer, Valerie Watrous, joining us today. And last but certainly not least, the lead artist, Travis Castillo.
Woo! Woo!
Now, typically as a host, it's my duty to guide and moderate the panel, but in this instance, I have the easiest job in the world as they have brought a full PowerPoint with visual aids and videos, so Crash, please begin the panel. What is Beyond the Void?
Absolutely. But before I get started, I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone on the team who has spent hours and hours, blood, sweat, and tears to make some of these wonderful things for all of you. It's great content, but I also want to thank the fans and all the feedback that you guys give. It's wonderful. It comes in. It really helps us make that new stuff, so please keep it coming. It's amazing. All right, so let's do it. StarCraft 2 is evolving, and as you heard from Mike, that there's a lot of things coming, a lot of things changing. With the evolution of StarCraft 2, one of the things that we really wanted to accomplish was clarity. Right now, there's a lot of ways to join the game, to come into the game, to play the game, but not everyone understands. I'm sure many of you have seen a guide just like this. And hats off to the community for making a guide like this. That keeps us developers honest. We have to adhere to this. But our goal with this is to make sure that we lessen or even completely remove the need for this type of guide. We want players who are coming in for this free-to-play moment to just understand how to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, I know even at the StarCraft 2 Summit, you were talking a lot about how many different vectors people have coming in. Even people like Artosis didn't even know what co-op was.
Right, Artosis.
Yeah, please let him know all weekend long.
What a noob.
So with that in mind, one of the things we'll be changing, there's been, like I said, there's many ways to understand StarCraft. We have Legacy of the Void, we have the Covert Ops, but we'd like to make it understandable so that when you're talking about StarCraft 2, it's just StarCraft 2. So we're going to do that even with just the name. We'll be changing the name to strictly StarCraft 2, so when you're talking about it with your buddies, they understand.
This reminds me a lot of Hearthstone. No one refers to it necessarily by the expansion. It's just Hearthstone, and then there's different content among that.
Exactly. I think it just clarifies it really clear for everybody. More in that vein, we'll be changing multiplayer. I know this might be dramatic for some of you, but we're changing multiplayer to versus. And the reason for that is that as players are coming in, there's confusion around the difference between co-op and multiplayer. They do kind of mean the same thing. So we're going to be changing multiplayer to versus. That has a more visceral, and when you click on that button, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into.
Right. Now, I want to ask about free-to-play, because that was the thing that had me really hyped. I only found about this during the rehearsal for this yesterday. Talk to me about the free-to-play switch.
Oh, so free-to-play. This is one of the most exciting things that we've been working on, and again, one of our goals, as I said before, was clarity, but with free-to-play, there was another goal that we had, which was, again, just giving you more stuff. So with the introduction of this, we kind of took a look at the starter edition and saw what was already there. There was a lot of free content already available, but we wanted to make sure that you understand what's free and how to get it, as well as just throw more at you. So let's kick it off with Campaign. In Campaign, just as Mike said, Wings of Liberty will be completely free. So if you've been waiting to try the game for any reason, dive in, you get the entire campaign. That's end-to-end, all the missions, all the achievements, all the rewards, and you get to meet Tychus, which is my favorite character in StarCraft, so I'm really excited about this.
You know, I wanted to ask about Ranked because Mike mentioned that during the opening ceremony, that all of Ranked is completely free, all the units from all the expansions, regular old good Ranked mode.
Yeah, Ranked is free, and it's a unique way to kind of dive into it. So how we're offering Ranked for free is that you'll have to earn your way into it. We're trying not to put a barrier that's too high or too hard for someone to climb to, but also has a deterrent for people who have bad behavior. So Unranked and Versus AI will be now completely free. As soon as you come in, you'll be able to play those immediately. And then the first 10 wins of the day will unlock Ranked Ladder for you. So of course, that might be too high or too low. We'll be listening for your feedback. If you think that's too low or too high, we'll definitely be making alterations based on what you guys say.
And I want to bring this up because this came up at the StarCraft 2 Summit. It's obviously not just as easy as we just flip the switch to free and we're done. There's a lot of planning that comes into how do you organize all of this content. But the theme that keeps coming up is that things that used to be free are still free. Things that used to cost money, some of those are now free. In fact, it's not that it's being completely restructured. It's just that more of the game is accessible if you've never played before. Is that right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So instead of doing something where we were putting in a currency and you had to earn currency to unlock things, we didn't want to do that. We wanted to just give more away for free. Just play the game, enjoy the game. And then with that,
How dare you try to do my transition for me? I told you, I need to at least demonstrate some value as the host here. With that, why don't we talk about co-op, David?
Well, I'm going to jump in first, before David, because I'm still here, sir.
Damn, damn.
And the commanders will also be free up to level, I know, I'm sorry. They will be free up to level 5. So if there's a commander that you've been dying to try, or you wanted to dive into, or have been reluctant with, now is your opportunity. And our goals with this wasn't to create a side mode where you could go in and try the commander in some sterile environment. We wanted it so that you could actually play with people, see what the commander's actually like, and I think that's a really cool way to do it.
Are Raynor and Kerrigan Artanis still completely free commanders in this?
Yes, Raynor, Kerrigan, and Artanis are still 100% free. You can play them from the beginning all the way up to the end through Ascension Mastery. Also, Swan, Vorazun, Zagara, and Karax will remain available for free for anyone who buys the Void Box or the Digital Deluxe.
David, talk to me about the new commander.
I will, Mr.
Hit
Knight.
me with it.
So, as Mike mentioned, we are getting a new commander. It's Han and Horner.
Like
together.
a duo, the
Like
first
a duo,
combo.
like a pair,
Yeah.
like they're married. So, Matt Horner, when we're thinking about him, as we're designing him, we're thinking about what is his fantasy. So of course, you're thinking Sky Terran, Dominion units, super strong, high stats. But also, what do you think about? Some of our favorite moments were him and his interactions with Mira Han. Gave us an opportunity to do a combination of gameplay as well as getting some really cool dialogue. If you guys aren't familiar with Mirhan, he actually wins her hand in marriage by playing a poker game. He didn't know what he was playing for, but he won, so he was forced to marry her.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Sounds like my marriage.
Yeah.
Oh my God, controversy. Well, the thing is, it's always better to win someone's hand in marriage in a game of poker than with something like a game of Monopoly. Right?
So at least, yeah.
Slowly getting ground down as you keep landing on Boardwalk and Park Place every single time. One marriage in a hand of poker, great.
Yeah. So he wins. He doesn't know. Now they're forced to get married. She's way more into it than he is, and he's kind of trying to avoid it. It's hilarious. So the dialogue's awesome. So we kind of wanted to go with that theme. So this commander has a combination of mechanics and different play styles. So Horner, he's got his high stat units. He starts with a starport, and she attaches her mercenary tech lab to his starport. She gives him upgrades, and as you can see here, she gives her upgrades, so his units actually get like mercenary art attached to them.
It's very Mad Max style, it feels.
Yeah, so her units are like brutal and focus on damage. They're really fast. They even have on-death effects. You can You can build up to 10 of these and use the top bar to call them down. You can target locations on the map.
Oh. Now, do they function like units that you can shoot down the bombers that fly by?
So they are vulnerable, so you don't want to go too far into enemy territory, but here you can see they do a lot of damage. The cooldown's pretty short, so it's a really powerful way to kind of start clearing some of the map.
What happens if you lose some of the bombers during those raids? Do you have to rebuild the bombing platform?
They will rebuild automatically.
Oh, okay.
But there's a little bit of a longer cooldown, so.
Got it.
You still want to be careful with them, because they're Matt Horner's bombers. He's very precise.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have basically a pirate ship. This is the assault galleon that is Mira Han's. It also functions as her production structure. So you can see here in this video that she's producing Reapers from it and has an attack. And it upgrades. You can add a hangar bay, and it launches assault drones.
So this is like a super carrier production building that can make units and also be like a mobile strike platform.
Yeah, pirate ships.
Yes!
Arr!
That is the best part about co-op, is you don't need to worry about balance against another person as much. You get to make things that make you go, yeah!
Yeah, we're just like, what is cool?
Well, I'm seeing on the next slide, I'm very excited for you to show the next piece.
Yeah. This is Call in the Fleet. It's one of the ultimate abilities. This is Matt Horner's. So he can target the map, and it'll send a fleet of battlecruisers and Vikings across the map, and it'll shoot down enemies. It's not AoE, it's not random, he's very precise.
Oh, I can see the precision right there, yeah.
He's an admiral of the Dominion fleet. So.
This is like the Rainer battleship on steroids.
Yeah, it's pretty good damage. And then Mirhan is the exact opposite. So she's not precise. She's crazy, reckless, chaotic. So hers is space station reallocation, where you can target and she teleports her space station into the enemies. Doing telefrag damage.
This is the Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah, so basically, anything it touches, it just instantly explodes, one-shots them.
And if it wasn't enough damage, I see that there's a post-teleportation explosion.
Yeah, so it'll release drones, and then after that, it'll nuke. So there's even more damage. So we like to blow things up and
Beautiful. Now, we heard a little bit about the part and parcel mission being included. Talk to me about that nuke.
Yeah, so this is the community contest winner. We had a contest where the community members got to build maps. So special shout out to the winner, Buzz Wally. I hope I said his name right. Is he here?
Yes!
Hey, everyone give him a round of applause.
Thanks to that man.
That man right there. So if you guys didn't get a chance to play it, it was this really awesome map where there was this mechanic where you collected parts, you built up a busted Archangel, it repaired itself, and they would march across the map and attack these, like these little boss fights with the Death Shards. So we really wanted to stay true to the original version of the map.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff we did, we tweaked a little bit of the mechanics, the timing. Travis here and his art team provided a full art pass. We got art support for new bosses, new effects, the terrain itself, the map just got this awesome art pass.
All right.
Lots of good stuff still going on at the StarCraft 2 panel.
Yeah.
They really showed a lot of stuff. I mean, the fact that StarCraft 2 is free to play.
I know. And they're actually making it easier as well for new people who want to learn how to play. I mean, I thought it was fascinating that, like, did they say it was Artosis or Tasteless was not aware of one of the modes? He just wasn't aware.
Yeah,
I love the fact
mode,
that they showed like a random website and we're like, we're going to make sure websites like this don't exist anymore.
Yeah, and the website was just like, here's how you play StarCraft.
Yeah.
Download StarCraft's free starter edition, play it. If you want to play more. Because I guess, so now they're giving you Wings of Liberty, up to Wings of Liberty. There's still content that you can get after Wings of Liberty, all the expansions and all that stuff. My favorite thing that they hit on, which I think is just so great, because co-op was such a surprise to them. And they said this, I mean, it might have been even 2 years ago, where they were like, wow, we didn't realize that co-op was going to be such a huge fan favorite. And so they did a community contest and content contest, and somebody came up with a cool co-op map, and they've now added it to the entire game.
Part and Parcel, it's called. It's super cool. Like, just the fact that they use stuff in the community and put it into the game. I just love that.
It's amazing. All right, well, let's take a quick shot overhead. There's a beautiful shot of the Anaheim Convention Center as seen from above, courtesy of our good friends in the Goodyear blimp. And they are now circling the skies above BlizzCon. I love that the Goodyear blimp is circling the skies above BlizzCon.
I know. And this is actually a brand new blimp. I don't know if you guys know, but Blizz blimp is not the actual name. It's called,
not official? That's not official?
No, it's not the official name. The official name is Wingfoot 2. And BlizzCon is one of the very first events that it's covering. And like Malik said, the very first esports event that it's covering. Kind of got our own Orgrimmar Interceptor, though, I think. I'm just saying.
We didn't even talk about how amazing the mounts were that we got.
I know.
There's too much stuff.
There was so much. It was
love
really good
the Blizz
stuff.
blimp.
Yeah.
Or its official name.
It's Wingfoot 2.
Yeah, Wingfoot 2. All right, guys. World of Warcraft game director Ian Hassakostas will be joining us in just a little bit, so tweet us our questions. Any of the questions that, I don't know, maybe you have some questions about all the crazy stuff they've been telling us. Send them to us at #BlizzCon.
That's right. Time to check in now with Rachel. She's going to be standing by with a preview of this year's charity auction.
Hey guys, thanks and welcome back to the BlizzCon floor. I want to show you the BlizzCon charity auction next. This is a very special place on the BlizzCon floor because it's where the artists of Blizzard get to really connect and give back to the community. So what they've brought is some really unique pieces of art. We're going to be giving it away on auction. It's ebay.com/BlizzardCharity. If you're at home or you're here at the event, you can head right there and bid, and all the money goes to Chalk Children's. So first up, we have this incredible plushie made by Q Lee. It's a Ragnaros plushie, and she's done an incredible job on the stitching on the hammer, as well as these great 3D features on the face. He's such a unique little guy, and I'm so excited to see him here. Definitely a favorite of mine, but there's lots and lots to show you. We also have these StarCraft Remastered LPs. They're printed in blue, and they only made about 3,000 of them, so it's a pretty cool opportunity to own a little bit of StarCraft history. We've also got some fancy stuff for your walls, so if you're looking to hang something up, well, you might remember the Reapening from the 2016 Overwatch Halloween event. It's a very nice poster they've got here. We've also got some stills from the animation. This is Sombra's intro animation called Upgrades, and this is the last Bastion animation still, where Bastion meets Ganymede, a very important moment if you're an Overwatch fan. We've also got some really nice art here all over featuring all the Blizzard heroes, and it is signed by the Blizzard development team. Comes framed, of course. You can hang it right on your wall. But if you want to take it way back, these are some of the original animation stills and the pencil on paper work that went into the character development for Doomfist. And you can also see Doomfist intro animation 2D sketches. We've got Tracer and Doomfist on here, and there's incredible detail. It's really, really special. And it's signed by the artists Cloud Yang and Clover Z. If you want something a little more fancy, maybe something more recognizable, we've got the BlizzCon key art from last year. This is the 10th anniversary art featuring heroes from all the different games, pins as well, and this is a mold of the Reinhardt pin to make sure that you got something special and unique as part of this artwork as well. If Reinhardt's not your style, we've also got the same print over here with the same pins, but featuring the Elite Tauren Chieftain mold. Pretty cool opportunity. But if that's not unique enough, well, we've got one of the most unique items here up for auction. This is a Vol'jin bust, complete with a one-of-a-kind, it's an amazing sculpture. I love that you can take out the tusks. The detail is so perfect. And this was one of the originals they used to cast the mold that you can sell, that you can buy online on the Blizzard Gear Store. But this is the original one-of-a-kind sculpture by Aaron Bernard. And if you want to get your hands on this piece, on any of these pieces, you can go to ebay.com/BlizzardCharity. All the money, of course, goes to Chalk Children's. So I want to give a big thank you to all the Blizzard artists who contributed art to the charity auction and who made beautiful worlds for us to live in. So thank you guys. Back to y'all on the desk.
Rachel, thank you so much. I always love hearing about the charity auction. All proceeds go to Children's Hospital of Orange County. A lot of stuff I'd like to bid on, actually. Some of that Overwatch art.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, when they showed the poster with all the pins from last year, the 10th anniversary, they didn't have a Reaper mold, because I was like, if there's a Reaper mold, that's going to go through the roof, because I'm just going to tell Malik I'm going to buy it out from under him. And he'll spend all the money getting that Reaper mold.
He's going to have to get some Bitcoin to get it back.
Yeah. Everybody buy Bitcoin.
All right, go. Don't forget, if you guys would like to participate in this silent auction, head on over to ebay.com/BlizzardCharity for more information. It goes to a great cause, and it means a lot to the people here at Blizzard.
Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, all you Heroes of the Storm fans, it's your turn for a little love. Here's a taste of the Heroes of the Storm Community Gauntlet panel, which took place on the Epic stage just a short time ago.
That was a dominating round by Chew8.
A fantastic round.
That was really good.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out all the time.
Yeah. Hey, I care.
Either side, doesn't matter.
All right, do our players understand the rules? Sure. All right, are our buzzers ready?
Ready.
Yes. Okay. Your first question is...
Who is Hanzo's mentor in the Nexus? I got it that time. It was me.
Alistraza.
That is
Alistraza.
What?
Okay.
All right, that's new information. I love it.
That was the softball one. Here comes a hardball. On which two maps does Harrison Jones appear?
Kim!
I heard Kim.
I heard Kim too.
It's on Tombo Wombo and it's on Sky Temple.
What was that first one?
Wombo Tombo. It's Tomb of Spider-Man. What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Tomb of the Spider Queen?
Tomb of Spider Queen.
That's what he was going for. There it is. That is correct.
Tomb of the Spider Queen and Sky Temple. Another 2 points to the player killers, heroes.
Wait, 1 point. What?
Wait, from this round.
Oh, I gotcha.
Wait, it was 1 point.
It was 1 point.
Ignore me.
Again, math. What action does Varian take when you select his taunt heroic? There he goes, Pally.
Pally.
the taunt?
Shield slam.
What action does he take?
What does he do?
When you select
When you
the taunt,
When you select the taunt.
we're going to give you.
Oh, we're going to give somebody else a chance to
Couple more
steal, I
seconds.
think.
You will never know unless.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Here we go.
He's raising his shield to forge the alliance.
That is
the
exactly correct.
answer.
He raises his shield.
To the sky.
2 points to the player killers, 1 point to Pally's Generals of Hell.
And that's it for the second round. Thank you so much to all of our players.
Players, head on over this way.
Can we get our third round of players up on stage? All right, are our players ready?
Yes, sir.
Are,
Oh, sir.
all right, are our buzzers ready?
Ready.
Yes.
Your first question is,
Which heroes could not be purchased on their release?
Me.
I heard leaving in the resets.
Cho'Gall.
That
Cho'Gall
is correct.
correct.
Teaming in the resets with 1 point.
The next question is,
Have your hand up on my hand.
Which hero skin was developed to battle the Kaijo Diablo?
audience, don't be shy.
You
If
can
you
shout
want to
it out
help
if you
them
know the
out, help
answers.
them out.
Mechatech.
I heard it right here.
Mechatacidar is
Mechatacidar is
correct.
the correct answer.
1 point to the #1 player killers.
Okay.
And for the final question of this round, it's going to get tough. Which hero is a failed member of the Silver Hand? Oh, there it is right away.
Easy.
Arthas?
Arthas is what we were
is
looking
correct.
for. Excellent job. 1 point to each of our teams in that round. Amazing
Fantastic.
job.
Thank you so much to all of our audience contestants.
Great job.
Right this way.
All right, now it's our celebrity guests, our team leaders. It's time for you to answer your own set of questions. They're getting tougher.
We're going head to head. Your first question
We
is.
still need those buzzer noises. We still need those buzzer noises.
Okay.
All right.
Your first question is, which hero designed the Queen of Blades?
Kim?
Okay, Chewie.
Wait, I don't get the question.
Which hero designed the Queen of Blades? Chance to steal it.
Chance to steal it right here.
2, 1.
Me.
Okay.
Leaving in the resets. Nicole.
Abathur?
Abathur is the correct answer.
Oh.
Okay. Who is the first daughter of Cenarius?
Whoa, that was a lot of air.
Pally yelled the whole time. It's not, that question's out of the game.
No!